Ladies and gentlemen, hello flight simmers, welcome back to P3D. Yes, it is actually the second P3D video in a row, and that does not happen too often these days. But I really want to get back into the PMDG 777-200ER because apparently the release for Microsoft Flight Sim is getting closer and closer. It's supposed to come by the end of April. And therefore, I want to get back into this bird in P3D to, get in the mood for the 200 flying once it releases for the new platform, of course. And yeah, we are doing so with Thai Airways. A pretty cool livery. I've always liked that one. And also quite cool about this one, Thai Airways is one of those airlines flying it with the Rolls-Royce engines. Which is not that often. Like most of the times we're flying the 777, it's mostly with the GE engines, and that's of course also because on the 300 they only have the GE engines, but on the 200 there's more choice, and this one has the Rolls-Royce engines, so that's quite cool. And yeah, we're sitting here in Singapore. Apparently it's just a rain shower coming through, and also quite cool, we are locked onto the network because currently there's still jetway keeps popping in and out. That's a bit annoying. Right now there is controller online for Singapore, so that's quite cool. And then of course we're heading back to Hong Kong. Flight time, I think it's around 2 hours. I actually haven't even checked yet. Yeah, 1 hour and 55 minutes. That's the scheduled time for the flight. So just a short flight for the 777. Yeah, these aircrafts are getting quite old. This one specifically, actually quite a young 200ER, which is the Hotel Sierra, also on the other side. Registry is Hotel Sierra Tango Juliet Whiskey, and that's a younger one. So this one is around, I think, 16 years of age, while the oldest one out there are, I think, getting pretty close to the 30 year age, but still it's still a very popular aircraft. So looking at flight radar specifically for the 200ER, there's still tons of airlines flying it and many aircrafts still using it, and I think it's still a good aircraft, so there's no issue with flying it shorter than the lifespan of this aircraft. So I guess we will see it for quite some time around. And yeah, so that's the setup for today. Very much looking forward to take the 777 into the skies. And yeah, I would say, without further ado, and in order to still have the controller online, we should head inside the flight deck and get going. Right, so here we are. I've hit the IRSs on earlier, so we still need to align. I'm just thinking. Oh, nav data out of 2503. April 17th. Oh, I'm actually recording April 18th, so I'm off by 1 day, but I think it's gonna be okay for today's flight. Let's go into the D-Link. From Singapore over to Bangkok. Estimated time of departure is 10. No, it was actually 11. Oh wait, no. Now it's 10. That's strange. Why is it? Yeah. Anyway, let's go 10:30. I think it's like 18:30 local time here in Singapore, and then time en route was 1:55. Airline ID is. I don't know, is it TH? I'm unsure. Anyhow, let's go with it. THA 408, that's the flight ID. Connect, so then let's load up. So fuel. Block fuel. For today's flight gives me 18. Let's go 20. I mean, that's so little fuel for this aircraft, right? So we can pack a little bit of extra. 14%, it's just nothing. And then payload, we have a zero fuel weight of 170.7. Load level 54, yeah, so we are flying a fairly light 777 today, but that's okay. And then let's see, route requests. Route loads. Then looking at departure ATIS. Departure info Tango. Departure runway 02 center. Wind 320 at 7. Cloud 1800. Few 2000. Scattered 4000. Broken flight 160. So lots of clouds. 26 degrees. QNH 1007. Initial climb 3000 feet. It doesn't even say anything about rain. Oh no, they just locked off. I believe they just locked off. How unfortunate. Okay, anyhow, let's continue. So departure 02 center. And we have the Immersion departure out of 02 center. There's the 6 Alpha and the 9 Bravo. So I believe the Immersion 9 Bravo is potentially for the smaller aircrafts, but let's check. Yeah, I believe 777 typically has a crazy climb rate, so I guess we could easily be on the shorter one as well, but let's, I mean, we can anyway take a shortcut if needed, so let's dial in the Immersion 6 Alpha then. It's not even available. Here it is just the 9 Bravo. Okay, anyhow. Then let's go with this one. Not a huge difference. And then for the arrival, that's a good question actually. Let's go weather requests for the arrival. Right now it's 190 at 10, okay. So I guess that's gonna be ILS Zulu. On the 19, I believe that makes sense. ILS Zulu 19. Alright. On the Tunga 1 Charlie. We'll have a look at the charts later on, of course. Transitioning from Alemi. And I guess LetMAS 3 proper transition activate. Performance. Accept. Wind data, yes. 0 fuel at 170.7. Reserves 4.7. Flight level 400, cost index 85, that is fine. Lex route data 8.5, so a little bit of tail. 8.2, okay. Alright. Why does it... oh, big mistake on my end. I've dialed the wrong departure runway. That's why the departure was not available, I guess. That's the 6 Alpha then. Yeah. That makes much more sense. Alright. Yeah, then we can proceed for the calculation. Boarding is, yeah, it will not take too long, so that should be fine. Initialize the flight. Oh, it's so unfortunate that ATC is offline now. Performance 0 to center. Condition is wet. Wind 320 at 7. 26. That's accurate. 1007.
May I see your boarding pass?
1007. Oh, that's wrong. Wait, give me a second. System preferences, kilograms.
Welcome on board.
Right, so 190 tons, and that's in line with the flight plan here. Let's go a lot of D rates. Flap optimum. PEX auto.
Pass, please.
Engine wing anti-ice auto. Calculate. So let's see. We have D-rated takeoff thrust 2, flap 5, select temperature 47, EPR 1.318. Very low speeds even. Okay, so D-rate 2, 47, 1318, 1320, okay, flip 5, center of gravity 27, and then it's 118, 33, 41.
Good evening.
118, 133, 141. Right. I don't think I ever had such low takeoff speeds flying the 777.
Good evening.
Let's see, initial heading 023. And now since ATC is offline, we might as well make it simple for us and just dial flight level 400 straight away.
Paddle.
Right. 1007 is set. Let's go to 1000. Transponder.
Hello?
Should we stay on the network or rather go for offline traffic? I think we can stay on the network for now for the departure, and then we can still switch over to offline traffic for the arrival if it gets very empty. Right, let's get a little bit of background lighting going. Oh, holy cow. That's hard to control. Oh man. There we go. Getting bright, it's hard to see. Close the doors. I shall do that. Close all. Then we need APU power.
Requesting for spectrum.
Seat belts. Arm all the doors. Nice, even stopped raining now. Yeah, and taxi is also going to be quite short, right? Out of stand, Foxtrot 58 we are, and runway 20 is just down there. So it's a rather short taxi. Really, really nice. And then I believe we can commence the checklist. Oxygen, let's call that tested. Flight instrument showing 2903, 2903, indicating 40 feet roughly.
Same for traffic,
Simple 37,
Parking brake is set.
paddle from the 02 left, 6 miles south, Singapore traffic.
Alright, APU is running. Let's ask for pushback. Make sure jetways are undocked. That is good. And then prepare for pushback and departure. There's even some lightnings going on. I hope the weather radar is not going crazy when we line up on the runway. Okay, departure clearance is requested. Don't think we need that one. Parking brake is set. We are on APU power, so we can disconnect everything. And I hope, are they moving or?
Singapore traffic, Singapore 37, short final, 02 left, Singapore traffic.
Locking gear. Release parking brakes.
Nice, seeing an A350 land. Alright.
Release parking brakes.
Fuel pumps, beacons, hydraulics. First the right demand pump.
Release parking
And
brakes.
the other ones. Packs can come on. Oh, emergency lights are not even armed. Okay, I think now it looks okay.
Release parking brakes.
Before start checklist, flight actors flown locked, MCP set, takeoff speeds 118, 133, 141. Seated preflight completed, trim
Release parking brakes.
6. Point 0, taxi takeoff
Release
briefing. Yeah, we
parking
will do the
brakes.
taxi in a second. Checklist completed. Parking brake off. I hope there's
Commencing
no
push.
traffic, but I
All
don't think
engines
so.
clear. Start at will.
Nice. It is a real cool looking aircraft. And there we go. Now I always get that wrong, but I believe on the 777 with the Rolls-Royce engines we could potentially start both at the same time. I think it's just not possible with the GEs because they require more bleed air pressure. I think it would be possible on this one, but not too sure. So maybe let's just, since there's no rush in starting the engines, we can just do the normal flow. Number 1. It's auto start, and let's look at the Rolls-Royce.
Singapore traffic, Singapore 3702 left, vacated, taxiing Victor, Victor 6, stand Bravo 5, Singapore traffic.
Unit 742 ready for taxi. 202 center via Tango 12.
Really cool. Okay, starter cutout, same procedure for number 2.
Set parking brakes.
Alright, let's go TA, so the TCAS message is gone. APU off. Let's set those ones already. Flat 5 RTO trim is set, flight control. Full left, full right, full up, full down, full left and full right. For checklist, NTI is not required. Recall is checked. Track records checked. Ground equipment is clear. Now I don't know the usual taxiways, but we just take something random. Singapore traffic Thai 408 is taxiing to runway 02 center via Romeo 7, Sierra and Uniform Singapore traffic. No idea if this is the ones they would get in real life. We will just do it. Right, let's go. Oh yeah, this one has power. I actually just put in a little bit of thrust, but we were just going right at it. Yeah, there's a Garuda taxiing out, so we need to make sure not to run him over. Right, so that's going to be interesting with the weather going on. So let's see if we need to circumnavigate any of the bad stuff. One thing I have not double checked is the acceleration heights, which are specific to Singapore. I can look at the black box data, not sure if that's gonna be available here for Singapore. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, left-hand turn. There's the Garuda. Right there. Okay, so we had an NADP2 thrust reduction 1030 and same for acceleration. Acceleration and thrust reduction 30 legs. So I believe constraints are not an issue. Moxip 2000 above. Yeah, it's 9 miles, we will easily be there. And all the rest as well. Okay, that's the cabin ready, cool. Alright, coming up to 02 center. The Garuda is gone, seems like the approach is free for this runway, so we are just as well good to go. Checklist. For takeoff checklist completed. TARA. Weather.
Approaching 02
Now let's see what we get penciled in on the weather radar. Let's start the flight time over here. Singapore traffic Thai 408 is departing on the 02 center Singapore. Right, chrono. And then we are ready to rock and roll the 777
on
towards Bangkok.
02 center.
Let's go. Unsure way it would actually stabilize the engines with the Rolls-Royce. Around there, I guess. Takeoff. Thrust ref, toga toga. Haha, look at this.
80 knots.
Checked. It's gonna be a short takeoff run.
V1.
Checked. Let's go flying.
V2.
10 degrees. Easy peasy.
Ready to climb.
Gears coming up.
Singapore traffic Indonesia 242 departing from runway 02 center Airport.
Beautiful. Look at this climb rate. That is pure performance. We are so high already. Just leaving the airport and we're hitting 2,000 feet.
Singapore traffic Indonesia 242 departing from 02 center Singapore Airport.
I think he's calling us. Say again, please. Was that a weather report for Singapore? Might be. Let's go autopilot. Yeah, I see some red in there. So we might want to proceed on the current heading, I assume. Let's go flap 1. And let's go flap up. Yeah, so looks like we might want to continue straight for a little bit. Heading 020 maybe. Yeah, that's probably bad stuff over there. Right, after takeoff checklist completed. Get the weather here as well. Kicking off the taxi and turn off lights. Yeah, so we will just continue straight for a little bit, and then once we're clear of the bad stuff, we'll turn direct Mersing.
More traffic lining up runway 02 center.
Cool. Alright guys. That was fun, flying a light 777. Such a powerful aircraft. And alright, I guess that's that for the departure, and then I hope for a nice landing into Bangkok. I haven't really checked the daytimes, but I think we might be in for a nighttime landing even. Let's see. Alright, I will catch you later. Right, hello guys, welcome back to the flight deck. You can see Bangkok airport actually straight ahead, but of course we have a bit more miles to cover until we commence the landing. And as basically expected, it's now dark. It's nighttime. And so where do we start? Maybe with the weather, although that has hardly changed from when we looked at it back in Singapore. So now it's 190 at 9, so that's going to be straight on the nose. 9 knots of wind, good visibility, few clouds, 2030 degrees, very humid as well, 1008. And other than that, nothing special we need to look out for. Also the weather radar seems to be fairly free at the moment. So maybe let's briefly look at the charts. So we are flying or coming from Elam and then the Tunga 1 Charlie. So we had some speed constraints. Next up we're gonna be between 11 and 9,000, which I think we are pretty much on VNAV path, so that should be just alright. Then we have next one maximum 220, and then at any given time, whenever we feel happy, we might, I'm just seeing, I pulled up the wrong, I think we should be doing this one, not the Cat 2, I believe. I mean that's essentially normal ILS approach, right? Nothing too spectacular at all. We are flying still on the network, although I expect it to be fairly empty down there at Bangkok, and also no ATC online for the time being, but that's also to be expected. And then there's a few more interesting things on here. Wait, I think I read it actually on... Yeah, because I read this one. For arrival speed control instruction, refer to 21p pages, which is all the briefings, and then there's for the arrival. Was actually up here. No, I can't find it. Oh yeah, that's what I've been looking for. Noise abatement procedures. Flap settings. Set minimum certified landings flap according to the airplane flight manual for the applicable conditions. So since we have good conditions, this certainly very much speaks for a flap 25 landing. I'm not even sure. I mean, I think we can technically do flap 20 landing. No, we can't calculate for flap 20, okay. So not sure why this is offered. But flap 25 is what we will do, and then we have the headwind on the nose, so still speed's going to be very, very manageable. Further, we will only use idle reverse thrust, and I have selected auto brake 2, and this, summing up, should give us a landing distance of 7,057 feet. And coming back to the charts, 7,057, so this should put us between, actually just behind Bravo 10, and then there's still room towards Bravo 11. I mean, if we can make Bravo 10, that's nice, but I think for a heavy aircraft there's no need for it. Bravo 11 is fine as well. And then once we get down there, we will taxi back on Bravo, then eventually take a left swing on Charlie, and then we will leave it on the east apron, because looking at flight radar I saw that this aircraft actually was parked on what I believe is east apron 123. So I figured, why not? Let's go for apron position this time. We are most of the flights I'm heading for a gate, but since I saw it that in real life as well they took an apron position, why not do exactly the same, right? So now we are coming towards ASCA 5,000 above, which is the last one on our RR star. After that we are supposed to continue on heading, and of course usually you would get instructions from ATC, but we don't get this today. I think I'm very much behind on our checklist game. Have set the minimums as well. So recall, yeah, that should be fine. Notes, nothing to note. Auto brake, position 2, landing data. So 134 plus 5 makes 139 minimums. 250. Is set, approach briefing is completed, and then altimeters are set to local, so approach checklist is completed as well. So let's see. Yeah, we just need to lose the speed and then we're fine, right? So I wonder where the speed constraint went. Mumu should have been maximum 220. And that was earlier, so let's maybe slow down to 220. Speed hold, VNAV speed, thrust hold, sorry. Thrust hold, VNAV speed. I think that's what it's doing. Yeah, and then for these, I mean, let's actually go left, right? There's no need to go the full way, and if needed, we can put some speed brakes out there. So let's go heading select. Let's turn left 280. Yeah, I don't even think we need speed brakes. Right, then let's turn left heading 160. That should put us on a nice... No, sorry, that was calculated in the wrong direction. I was doing 190 minus 30, but I should be plus 30, of course, 220. Put us right to Letma. Sweet, localizer is captured. Alrighty, 4000 is coming up. Go around altitude will be 5000. Oh, it's a long final, 24 miles. Holy cow. So we're just gonna cruise in there. Speed brakes armed. Let's see, we have most of it. Let's put those on as well. Then we have it done already, and then we have all the lights on. Cool, and now we just need to wait for the glide slope. Alright, let's make sure to have flap 1 set before we hit the glide slope, maybe even flap 5. 777 is somewhat slippery, so it might be hard to slow it down. Yeah, let's go flip 5. Speed 170, glide slope captured, go around altitude 5000 is set. Sweet. Bangkok traffic, Thai 408 heavy is on a 12-mile final, ILS runway 19 Bangkok traffic. Right. So that's looking okay. I think it's about time to drop the gear also to get a little bit more drag maybe.
2500.
pull up the landing checklist already. It's just flaps left, so let's go flap 15. And what was again final approach speed? We can update it a little bit. 133 plus 5 makes it 138. So let's set speed 138, flap 20. Yeah, usually the aircraft lands pretty well with auto thrust on, so I think I'm going to leave it in for today. Also because here in P3D my setup with my thrust controller is not as good as in Microsoft Flight Sim. For whatever reason, it's harder to set it up in P3D, that's for sure. And then let's go flap 25, so we have a pretty good early landing config. And landing checklist should be completed. There we go. Nice, let's do some flying. Let's set the trim. Alright. It's a little bit bumpy.
1,000.
Yeah, so it's 9 knots of wind straight on the nose. Ground speed 133. That is nice and slow. I think it's an outdated scenery. In real life, this airport has 3 runways, if I'm not mistaken. There's another one on the western side of the airfield. Didn't pay attention to the glide slope there for a second, but we're correcting.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue. 2 reds, 2 whites. That looks quite okay.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Come on, get down. There we go. I'll reverse. Let's keep the nose gear up for a little bit. Drop it, reverse green, decel. Easy, easy stuff. Can't believe that was Bravo 8, so we can actually make Bravo 10 easily. Manual braking and I'll forward. Cool. Welcome to Bangkok, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on with the ground textures? Popping in and out. Alright. Right and turn. I'm curious about the landing rate. Don't think I creased. Oh, 121. Okay, I take that. That's quite okay. That is actually quite alright. Let's go a little bit slower. Then let's kill the weather radars. 1 and 2. Also kill that flight directors. Need a little bit of more power to taxi. Landing lights, those lights are on, strobes are coming off, this is alright. It's a little bit of a taxi, but let's click on the APU nevertheless. And transponder is coming back. TA after the landing checklist. Oh, that's only the shutdown, okay, we are not there yet. 159. Alrighty. Now, what stand did we say we're gonna take? It was 123. Let's see if that's in here. .23 it is. We only need to swing right to stand 1, 2, 3, and then we made it. Really annoying to have these ground textures popping all the time. Right, I don't have any GSX config installed specifically, so not sure how well we can trust GSX on that one. Maybe we should look outside. Just to make sure to... Ah, that's actually 772. Okay, there we go. Park and brake. Sorry. APU is running, so killing engines 1 and 2 like that. Dome lights. And then we have the fuel pumps coming off. Hydraulics. Seat belts, beacons, nav and logo can stay on, and I think we can kill the ADIRUs as well. And then pull up the checklist, and this comes to 2000 standby. Park and brake set, shutdown checklist completed. Request deboarding. Alright, and here we are. Welcome once again to Bangkok, everyone. That was cool flying the 200ER, and I'm very much looking forward to get this bird in Microsoft Flight Sim as well. And yeah, really happy that I'm got the chance to fly Thai Airways once again. Haven't done that in a very long time. And of course, let me know, guys, what kind of routings you want to see once this aircraft arrives for Microsoft Flight Sim, and what kind of airlines you favor, and all that kind of stuff. There's, I mean, this is a workhorse, right? So it's used by so many airlines on so many routes globally, short hauls, medium hauls, long hauls, whatever you have. So yeah, let me know what you favor, and then I will try to make it happen, of course. And yeah, really love the 200ER. I think every 777 has something special to it. I love the 300 as well. Freighter's also pretty cool, but this is yeah, closer to the original one back in the day. So this is a very cool aircraft to fly. Alright, folks, we will leave it at that, and yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.